for Week 9 picks. Also, thank you guys for we just hit 70 subs today, so that's huge. Dude, Jonah, did you see we got 22,000 views on the World Series short last night?
Really?
Yeah, insane.
It's awesome.
All right, so we're getting into Week 9 picks. Our two games of the week are going to be the first two. We're going to start with my Lions at home against the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy's back. No more Carson Wentz. That is doesn't matter who the quarterback is going to be for the Vikings. They just suck. And I have the Lions just absolutely killing them, 31-13. Just the Vikings offense is non-existent. The Lions defense is figuring out who they are. And their offense is still dominant. So yeah, give me the Lions.
I got the Lions too. Pretty straightforward. I don't like the quarterback. I don't think McCarthy's any good. I don't think Carson Wentz is any good. And they're just super inconsistent. So I'll pick the Lions 24-17.
Okay. All right, up next, Jonas Falcons head to New England to take on the Red Hot Patriots. I was really disappointed by how the Falcons have played their last two games. Obviously, they got embarrassed by the Dolphins. Yeah, sorry, Jonah, man. I'm losing all my trust in the Falcons this season. I don't like them to win this game. I like the Patriots to just kind of walk all over them. Give me the Patriots 28-17. Drake May continues to show out.
I guess I'll probably I'll pick the Patriots too, I guess. I think that Drake May is a great quarterback. Steven doesn't matter if they have Stevenson out. Got a pretty solid offense, and they're just well coached, which is something that the Falcons don't have.
Yeah.
Head coach sucks. Offensive coordinator is even worse, and you can tell that none of the people on the team play for him anymore. So it's unfortunate, but at this point, I'm not confident in the Falcons, so I'll pick the Patriots 20-17.
All right. Next one. This should probably be an easy pick. The Chargers head to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans in shambles. Chargers kind of got back in their groove. They beat the Vikings last week. I like the Chargers to take care of business here on the road. Justin Herbert's going to throw for a couple touchdowns, and Cam Ward continues to not be protected and have trash wide receivers. So give me the Chargers 27-10.
Yeah. I think that Tennessee, honestly, at this point in time, is going to get the number one overall pick, especially after a Jets win. I think they're garbage. Nothing's good on their team. I'm even skeptical on Cam Ward at this point. And the Chargers, I'm not completely sold on. The Chargers are just kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
But they got a good one against the Vikings, and they're playing against the Titans, and the Titans are just on a different level of dumpster fire, honestly. So
Yeah.
I'll pick the Chargers to win 27-10. I'm being generous and saying Tennessee scores a touchdown this week.
Okay. All right, here's an interesting one. The Bears, who got shellacked by Tyler Huntley last week, they head to the Bengals, who lost at home to the Jets last week. They gave the Jets their first win of the year. This is just a battle of mid. I was kind of liking the Bears until they lost last week. But I mean, if you lose to the Jets, that's inexcusable. Yeah, I think the Bears are going to come in and win this game. I just don't like the Bengals, man. They're just not good at football. So yeah, give me the Bears winning this one 16-13 bounce back game. Yeah, this is just a mid game, honestly.
Okay. I'm actually gonna pick Cincy to win this game. I don't really like Chicago at all. I think that their defense is just below average, and their offense is very dependent on Rome Odunze and DeAndre Swift. And if both those two don't have a good game, then their offense just completely blows. And on the other hand, I love Cincinnati's offense. Joe Flacco's actually been pretty good. Um, and I mean, Jamar Chase is still the best wide receiver in football. It's not a question. So I'll pick the Bengals to win. Strictly because I don't trust Jamar Chase, or I don't trust any Bears DB guarding Jamar Chase and T Higgins for 4 quarters. So I'll take the Bengals 30-20.
Okay. All right. The red hot Colts, who have the best record in football, head to the Steelers. In Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh obviously not playing fantastic as of late, but I think this is going to be an interesting one. Colts have kind of played mid teams, pretty bad teams, and they've taken care of business, which they should. But now they're getting into a real kind of a test, I think. Hostile environment in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers got the experience, obviously. But, I think this Colts offense is just amazing. Jonathan Taylor is my MVP right now. He's so good, leading the NFL in pretty much every statistic. So, yeah, give me the Colts winning this one on the road, 27-20.
Okay. Um, I don't. What's the Steelers record? 4-3.
Steelers?
Yeah,
Mm, I think they've only lost 2 games.
they've only lost two.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
That I don't know, man. Steelers are one week they just look amazing. Every week they just
Yeah, you never really know what you're going to get.
okay. I mean, I'll pick the Colts. Um, they just don't have a single hole on their team at the moment. I don't think
Yeah.
they don't have anything just spectacular outside of Jonathan Taylor, but like they're pretty built together. Um, and the Steelers, man, they have a lot of issues. For one, they don't have a running back. Jalen Warren is not the answer. He's not it. And for number two, they don't have a wide receiver too. They only throw the tight ends with Darnell Washington, Pat Fryermuth, and Jonnu Smith. So that's definitely something. So I'm gonna pick the Colts to win. I just think that just on paper, the Colts are a much better team than the Steelers are at
Yeah.
this point of the season. So the Colts win 27-17.
Got. All right, here's an interesting one. Niners head to New York to take on the Giants. The Giants lost Cam Scatterboo last week, which is obviously really rough for them. Niners still with Mac Jones, no Brock Purdy. Um, like I said last week, I said before the Giants played the Eagles, they like lost all their energy after that Broncos game, and I said everything's going to go downhill after that one. It's looking like it's going to go downhill still. I still really like Jackson Dart. I think he's going to do a lot of great things. I think he's still going to play well. He's just lost a lot of assets around him, and the team just isn't good enough to where he can just carry. So I think the Niners are going to come in, take this one on the road, 21-17. Mac Jones, he's playing pretty solid right now.
Yeah. I also think that the Niners are usually gonna take care of the Giants. I think their defense is still elite. D. Winter is one of the best, playing like one of the best linebackers. They got Elliott. Like they have so much talent that not a lot of people know about, even with the injuries of Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. And offensively, I I'm just I'm very concerned. I don't think that they can do much if Christian McCaffrey has a bad day. But if they can get
Hmm.
McCaffrey involved, I think it's just the sky's the limit. Um, and the Giants have a really good defense too, so I think that they'll easily take him away. So I expect this to be a defensive battle. Um, but the Niners will win 16-13.
Okay. All right, here's a pick for me. Pretty easy pick for me, honestly. The Broncos head to Houston to take on the Texans. The Texans have had every opportunity this season, and they've squandered all of them. So I really do not like. I really don't like the Texans right now. Give me the Broncos and their elite defense, 28-17.
Mm. Uh, I, I like Houston, man. I don't know why, but just Houston's just interesting to me. And I just think the Broncos are just gonna be really it like they're just not gonna be like elite without Patrick Surtain in the secondary now. So I think honestly, this may be really a hot take, but I think Houston's gonna win the game. I think that no Patrick Surtain, um, is such a huge loss to the team, and I think that Nico Collins is back, and Nico Collins is one of the premier wide receivers in football. And the Texans offense has actually been getting it together. Like at the beginning of the season, I was starting to wonder if Houston would be any better than a top 30 offense, but they got Woody Marks, man. Woody Marks is great, great dude. Nico Collins, obviously one of the best in the business, and their offensive line has been a little bit better. Hasn't been great, but it's been better. Now defensively, I know you talk about how good Denver's defense is, but Houston's defense is also really good. I mean, Will Anderson, dog, Danielle Hunter, dog, and Houston's defense is probably top five still, in my opinion. So with that, I'm gonna pick the Texans to win in an upset. 20 to no 27-23.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going here. We're gonna go these next couple ones. We're gonna go just kind of fast because these are pretty easy picks. Packers, Panthers. This one, I mean, the Panthers have looked trash last couple weeks. Packers don't look much better, but the Packers are just a much better team than the Panthers are on paper. So give me the Packers 30-20.
Yep. I think the Panthers suck. Um, they honestly should be a lot worse than 4-4 if it wasn't for
Yeah.
the running game. I mean Bryce Young and Andy. I mean, anytime you're starting Andy Dalton, it's a loss. Period.
Hmm. It's washed
He's
up.
just he's just washed. Sucks. And so the only way they can win is if they can run the football. And Green Bay, I mean, has got a pretty good run defense, and they got pretty good everything else on the defensive
Hmm.
end of the ball. So pick the Packers to win. Uh, 35-24 because the Panthers' defense is the worst thing in existence.
Okay. Next one, Jags, Raiders, battle of mid. Again, the Jaguars have not looked great, but the Raiders just kind of suck. So I think it's going to be a close game for no reason because the Jags just like close games. But I think the Jags are going to take this one 24-20. Yeah, Jaguars are need to start catching up to Indy.
Yep, I think that the Raiders have the worst starting quarterback in the league, Geno Smith. Horrible, not any good. Defense, I mean, it's defense is still pretty bad too. You don't got much talent there, and I'm still not sold on the Jags. They got Travis Hunter on
Yeah,
IR.
yeah,
They
it's
have their tight end on IR
huge loss
too.
for them.
Uh, but that you still got Brian Thomas Jr. He's not getting traded, from what it sounds like. You still got not Tank Bigsby, but Travis Etienne too. So, and your defense is still quietly one of the best teams in the league, which nobody seems to talk about. So I'm gonna pick the Jags 22 17.
Okay, next one, Rams, Saints rematch of the NFC Championship game a couple years back. Obviously, no PI call. But Tyler Shuck is that quarterback for the Saints now. So this is going to be a straight belt from LA. LA hasn't been playing their best, but they've been looking solid. Um, so I think they're going to cream the Saints 28-13.
Yeah. I could see this being close because I just the Rams to me are just one of those teams where you just don't know what you're gonna get with them week in and week out.
But
But
it's the Saints.
yeah, it's the Saints. Saints need to sell the team. Need to get rid of Shaheed. You need to get rid of Olave. I mean, the team's just a joke. Um, and it's gonna be a joke for probably the next 5 years going forward. So, I'll pick the Rams to win. I think Tyler Shoug's actually gonna have a good game. I'm just kinda iffy on the Rams, especially their secondary. They traded for somebody, I think, in the secondary. I can't remember who it is. But, the Rams win 30-23, and Matthew Stafford throws for 350 yards.
Okay. Game of the week, rivalry game. Kansas City, who's probably the second hottest team in the football right now, they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills, who got a huge bounce back win last week. Um, I think this is going to be a great game. Josh Allen versus Mahomes is always a great one. Um, this was a toss up for me, honestly, because the Chiefs have been playing great. The Bills just didn't play great for 2 weeks, and then they bounced back, absolutely killed Carolina. So Josh Allen has never lost to Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, and I think that streak's going to keep going tomorrow. I think the Bills are going to win 38-35 in a shootout thriller.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go Kansas City here, mainly because the main thing that's been holding Buffalo back is their defense, and their defense is just god awful. It's just embarrassing. Um, and who did they play last week? I can't remember.
Carolina.
They played Carolina, so, like, I mean, their defense did good against Carolina, but it's Carolina. And, Kansas City's offense at the moment with Rashid Rice back is, like, at a whole new level. Um, they just seem unstoppable on offense, and their defense is always pretty solid at all ends of the ball. So I'm picking Kansas City to win this game. 27-20. I just think that Buffalo's defense is gonna lose them the game like it usually does, so
Yeah. All right. Next two picks should be pretty easy. Seattle versus the Commanders in Washington, Sunday Night Football. Jaden Daniels is back, but the Commanders are just not a good team right now. I don't know what's going on with them. And the Seahawks are playing like a top five team in the NFC. And I think they're going to continue. Sam Darnold is obviously a regular season quarterback, so I don't expect him to do much after this. So I think the Seahawks are going to come in, win this game in a close one, 27-21. JSN grabs a couple touchdowns.
okay. Yep. The Commanders once again continue to fall flat on the face of the earth. Um, I think that they're just they're a weird team to me because when I watch when I watch their defense especially, it's like very like week to week. And their offense too is very dependent on somebody random, whether it's Jacory, whether it's Zach Ertz, whether it's Debo Samuel. They just always have random people doing random things, and they don't work together as a team. Like they just don't all put it together at once. And so, looking at this game, I think JSN versus Trey Amos. No, JSN versus Mikey Sanders still uh, is just a complete mismatch. And just think Seattle is just uh, one of my favorite teams, honestly, in the NFC still. I love what they got going for them, like their coach, and they're one of the best road teams in the NFL. It's been known. So Seattle wins 30-17.
Okay. Then Monday Night Football, the Cowboys, whose defense is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. They're at home against the Cardinals, who will have no Kyler Murray. I think this is just Pav game, but the Cowboys have like the best offense in football, which doesn't make any sense. So I like him dropping 34 on the Cardinals' heads. The Cardinals' offense will get stopped a couple of times just because they're so bad. So give me the Cowboys 34-21.
Okay. Honestly think if the Cardinals win, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Cardinals don't know how to play a fourth quarter, and no matter what the circumstances are, they can't close out games. Period. And the Cowboys are I mean two sides of a team. I mean, on one hand, they have a defense that's historically bad, but on the other hand, they have an offense who's the best in the league, in my opinion. So I'll pick the Cowboys defense, honestly, or the Cowboys, honestly. I just think that much better team than Arizona. Arizona just as I mean started off the season good, but I mean they've just given up on Kyler Murray, and I think that the Cardinals are gonna honestly be trying to go for a top five pick this year. So Cowboys win 37-20. So I think it'll be kind of a blowout.
Okay. That's all we got for you guys this week, week 9 predictions. Let us know what you guys want to see. We're going to try to be posting some more short stuff. So be sure to like and subscribe. Trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.